Hey, what's going on? Happy Sunday night. It's the Players Lounge Letterman edition, University of Georgia style. We'll be breaking down this past weekend's game versus Georgia Tech. The nice win, a little bit too close for comfort. Ben Jones with a massive shot to our defense right before we started this stream. So we'll let him break down exactly what he feels about the defensive side of the football. And obviously the majority of the show, we will focus on looking ahead. It is SEC Championship week. Dogs versus the Crimson Tide next Saturday. We'll be breaking it down. Once again, we have the usual co-host, Ben Jones, in his sauna suit. Is it the sauna, Ben? We in the sauna tonight again? Sweating it out?
No doubt. Sauna time.
Butt naked. I saw his cute little tushy right before the show. Hopefully he keeps it away from everyone else. Nosha Moreno, Tavares King in the bottom joining us as well. We'll see if Boykin joins. If not, we can just trash the defense for the entire show. So, hell yeah. We'll be answering questions once again. So jump in the chat. We appreciate everyone jumping on with us tonight. Like, subscribe. We have 3 current UGA football shows coming out this week. We'll record them tomorrow night. Javon Buller, Malachi Starks, Jackson Meeks, Mekhi Muse, Jacob Hardy, Miles. The list goes on and on. It's a lot of great content coming out this week. So make sure you guys go subscribe so you get all the latest from our student athletes at the University of Georgia. No, Sean, what are we drinking tonight?
It's a red sangria. Real classy.
Wow.
Keeping it simple. You had to, pull out the red sangria. A little wine.
Little sangria action. I love it. I love it. Oh, last thing before we get into the show. 3 of these guys, Ben, we're still working on Ben. So if you're in the chat, make sure you give Ben some crap. Friday night, if you're in Atlanta, we'll be doing a live show at one of TK's favorite spots, the Ivy Buckhead. Yes, the Ivy Buckhead. From 8 to 10 o'clock, we'll be doing a hangout, meet and greet. We'll have other former Georgia athletes there as well. We'll have probably like 10 to 15 of us Letterman, and we'll be doing a couple live shows. So 8 to 10 TPL at the Ivy, food, drinks, and a damn good time as we get ready to kick off a great weekend. So make sure you be on the lookout for all that. Those details will be coming out tomorrow, Monday. So get your tickets. Let's have a damn good time as we get ready for the Dogs to take home another SEC championship. All right, let's look back just briefly. Rivalry game. A lot closer than I think a lot of us expected. We'll go around the horn here. Initial thoughts. We'll start with TK first. TK, your thoughts about the game versus Georgia Tech?
Yeah, a little sloppy, I thought, offensively. I mean, obviously you got 5 guys missing. You're resting 5 guys, but a little sloppy. But on the other side of that, I think it speaks volumes. When have you had a Georgia team that can rest 5 guys, 5 starters, offensively? And really, I feel like we should have put up, 40, like we all said.
Yeah.
But a little sloppier than I would have liked to see offensively. Defense, we'll let Ben talk about the defense. But overall, man, we got out of there, got that Governor's Cup, and still rolling, still undefeated. So,
12-0, third straight year, 12-0. No, Sean, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought at the end of the day, we got the win. We went out there and handled business like we had to. Yeah, we wouldn't have wanted to see it as close as it was, but you kind of look at all the games around college football this past weekend. A lot of them were close. You know what I mean? They're all rivalry games. So you knew you were going to get your best shot out of the Georgia Tech team. This is their ball game. They're like, this is our ball game. Let's go out there and do what we can. So you would like to see them put up some more points, but we handle business on the ground. Kendall Miller having another career day. Love to see it. I was a little bit surprised we didn't put any points up in the fourth quarter. I know we were sitting a lot of guys, like you guys mentioned, and they took out Carson and stuff like that. But I would like to see the 2s and the 3s go out there and still put some points on the board. So that was a little bit surprising. But at the end of the day, we got the job done. Alabama should have freaking lost, but whatever. I'm not going to talk about it. I was so upset when I saw 2 defensive linemen run. I'm like, why are you rushing 2? This makes no sense. But anyway, that made me mad. But we're going to handle business, and we're going to smack them boys in the SEC championship. Let's get it.
We still want to be – we would still be playing Alabama regardless, but, like, it's just more of the –
Right.
It's just the stupidity of it. What game are you watching over there?
Eagles.
Ben's possible future football team right there. Ben's now an Eagles fan.
They got all my dogs.
Oh yeah, for that reason only. Oh yeah. Okay, Ben. Okay. Also gonna be putting some money in your bank account. Ben, your thoughts from the game last night.
Yeah, it looked like a preseason game. We rested guys, kind of sloppy. Offense, in a preseason game, you come out there, you execute, kind of handle business. Defense just – this is what happens. They play bad one week. Then we're going to see the best team next week. That's what I'm going with. They played bad versus Vandy. They came and smacked Kentucky.
Yeah.
We didn't play that good against Missouri. We came back and smacked Ole Miss. So it's going to wake up. Both teams are saying, hey, if we played that away again this week, Alabama and Georgia, they're both going to say they're going to lose. That's what they're telling their teams both. Hey, if we play like that, we're going to get beat, guys, plain and simple. So if you want to go to a national championship game, you show it this week.
I want to bring this up for all of us. Looking ahead, and it's a rivalry game. Obviously, Alabama was playing a 6-5 Auburn. Georgia was playing a 6-5 Georgia Tech. You understand the next week you have an opportunity win and you're in the playoffs. Georgia, if they lose, there's still a chance. Alabama, obviously, if they don't win, they're out of it. Can you truly overlook a rivalry game? And were you guys bothered at all with some of the guys sitting out? I don't know. Maybe there truly were hurt enough where they couldn't physically play, but was that the right move to rest guys if they were capable of playing? So kind of a two-part question there. I'll let you guys kind of handle your thoughts on overlooking a rival for an SEC championship game if that's possible.
Yeah, one I don't think you can overlook anybody. I think we spoke on that last week. I think the culture of Georgia is one where the standard is the standard week in and week out. You play to our level, and I think no matter who's in there, that's what's getting done. And like I said earlier, I think it just speaks volumes that if you're able and capable to sit guys and still get by and still get things done and get guys experience like a young CJ Allen who had some hiccups early on in that Georgia Tech game. But you look at those moments and you think to yourself, those are things that he needs. Those are plays that he needs to see. He needs to have a moment where, oh snap, I got the quarterback, and there goes the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Because that's instilled in his head. So in this week, Milroe got a big one. So I think that one, no, you can't look it over, guys, like I said, but two, if you're capable, like we're capable, go ahead. I
don't know what this goes to. The dog day says, Tavares, tell him we can't play like the Raiders against Northside Warner Robins at 06. Ball throat.
Yeah, later. My dog JV. What's up, big dog? Yeah, we laid an egg, man. We laid an egg down there in Northside Warner Robins. Yeah.
No, Sean, were you cool with all the guys essentially resting and like kind of like Ben was saying, treating this almost like a preseason game? Like, was that a little concerning not to see that many guys playing, especially on offense?
I thought it was kind of interesting. I looked at it two ways. The first way was, okay, how do those players that are not resting feel? Are they a guy to take it as, oh, I'm not a star guy, so you don't want to rest me? Like, I don't feel I'm not important enough to rest. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing. And then the second thing was, I hope that they'll have a slump coming into this next game and they start off slow, just because they didn't go out there and, get their feet wet for at least a half this game. You could have played a little quick half and got them out of there, but I see what the staff is doing. Resting the guys, making sure that they're healthy and ready to go for this big game. So I didn't have a problem with it, but those two quick things did jump in my head.
Tim Collins in the chat asked, and I'll throw this to Ben real quick, did we rest defensive guys too? And I know we were banged up at linebacker, and TK talked about CJ obviously playing a lot these past few weeks. So I don't think Georgia's necessarily 100% on defense, but still, man, like I think TK brought this up too, Ben. Like I'm a little bit concerned. You've looked at 3 games this year, and you've seen a running quarterback kind of handle this defense. You've seen running backs be able to get the edge on this defense too, from the Missouri game to the Auburn game to now the Georgia Tech game. Yeah, they handled Ole Miss pretty well, but still 3 of the 4 have not been good. Like, what did you see from the defense of why they're giving up those explosive plays, especially on the edges? Is it linebackers? Is it DNs? Like, what's the biggest issue?
Yeah, they play the soft edge. They're always.
Yeah.
I feel like against team, they're worried about weapons. They're playing coverage. But like an Auburn game, I think it was just strictly scheme. They had us schemed up, and they had us, hey, when you run with the quarterback, you get an extra blocker, and nobody on defense, you got to win your one-on-one matchups. When you're one-on-one blocked, you got to whip that guy if you want to stop the run. And we wasn't winning those matchups. And it's going to come down to, hey, can we go out there? Can we set the edge? Can we play as a whole 11 guys on defense, edge, wall, and swarm? It's not one guy needs to make the tackle. They need all 11 there. And it starts up front. They got to make an impact up front, and you can't let them get started in the run game, because if they ever run the ball, they're going to take some shots.
Yeah. It's always concerning, man. That's the beauty of having a running quarterback. It is an absolute nightmare with those one-on-ones. Auburn, as Noshan brought in, kind of threw that game away, muff punt, then the rushing 2, dropping 8 with a spy, so dropping 9 essentially, but just was awful decision as Alabama finds a way to win the football game. Remind me a lot of like a Grantham defensive call, boys. When Grantham like to drop, 8 guys in a 4th and long situation.
It's ridiculous. And the play before that, they dropped, I think they had just 3 rushing, and he almost completed the pass. And I'm like, all right, they're not going to just rush 3 again.
Nope.
You do that when you back up like on your own 20.
Exactly. That was what a horrible call. Horrible play call.
Ben, yes. We did that versus Auburn, and then they're backed up on their own 30, and that's why they the Hail Mary. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands,
or make a move.
Bring 6.
Yeah.
Bring 6.
Put everybody else at the goal line.
Because I guarantee you, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong here, because I'm not that athletic. Like, I ain't Michael Vick, I ain't Jalen. But the last thing I promise you that he was thinking was that I'm going to run the football if I have an opportunity. He was going to do everything in his power to find the time to throw the football. Yeah. Like, he wasn't going to take off and run. Like, we'll put in the athletic guy's hands here. TK Noshan, your quarterback. Would you have been thinking about running at all? If things broke down, like, you would have been like anything for, buy as much time as I can, right?
Yeah, we backing up. We doing all the Bryce Young type stuff.
So there's no use to spy his ass.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. That was so stupid. That was ridiculous.
I'll tell y'all what, though.
That was ridiculous.
I'll tell y'all probably the most telling thing in that game to me was Auburn put up 300 yards rushing in that game, bro. They Kendall
so that brings me to that brings me to this question: which Alabama escapes the win. Obviously, we've been talking about Georgia, not a great win versus Georgia Tech. Like, which fan base should be more concerned after this weekend, heading into the matchup this weekend? Should Alabama fans be concerned? Should Georgia fans be more concerned based on the performance? Should both fans be a little bit concerned? Or just does it not really matter? You got the win. Who cares? I mean, because neither team looked great. Like Ben said, I didn't think either team looked elite in the ball game.
No, nobody played their best ball last weekend, Georgia or Alabama. But I feel like, obviously, like Ben alluded to earlier, that's going to be a point of emphasis this week, and for a fact you're going to get both teams' best in the Mercedes-Benz on Saturday. So I think that I don't think that any fan has anything to worry about. What you're going to get from your team is what you've been seeing at its best. From a Georgia standpoint, we rested some guys last week. We should be at our best. That offense was rolling really, really well 2-3 games before, this Georgia Tech game. We should be at our best offensively. I can't, speak too much to the defensive side.
All right. I'm gonna be super. Oh, no, nothing too crazy. I'm just real interested to see how we play this game. How are we gonna, go against a Milroe? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How are we gonna guard that? Are we gonna say, not really send a lot of pressure so he doesn't hurt us with his legs and make him throw? I mean, I don't think he's like a super great thrower. I mean, he can throw the ball really well, but I mean, I say don't let him hurt you with his legs.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, what do we do? I'm asking. I'm opening it up to everyone. Do we make sure he doesn't run and make him beat us with his arm?
I would make him be. I think he has not faced. Alabama has not faced a group of DBs like Georgia has. They haven't. Like Georgia has potentially 3 first rounders, at least 2. Like Malachi Starks is a first rounder. You know, they showed it last night on the game. Like Kamari is a potential first round. He's projected 3rd cornerback off the board. That's 2. Javon can work his way into a top round guy. Like that's 3 first rounders. And Tyke's kicking ass at nickel too. I mean, hell, you got 4 dudes that are going to be early draft picks.
Yeah.
Alabama's not faced DBs like Georgia has. So like, I don't think Alabama's receivers are that good. I mean, TK, I know you know Burn pretty well. I think you worked with him a little bit, and he's been kind of the go-to guy. Should Georgia be concerned with the receivers at Alabama if you want to go a little bit more single high, put more guys in the box?
I mean, we all know Jermaine. Jermaine's a great player, great route runner. I think he's progressively gotten better throughout his career. Even at Bama, we see him week in and week out making big plays over there. So shout out to him. But as a whole, you said it. You said I don't think that group is seeing a group like we have. So I feel like we can man them up and bring some pressure, and as well as keep a spy. So yeah, I think to your point, no, Sean, I think we do have to keep somebody on that cat, bro, because we do have. I mean, we've seen it. Guys that aren't that elite, or aren't that athletic as Jalen Milroe have given us problems. So you gotta keep eyes on that cat. It'd be I feel like we'd be kind of foolish not to, you know.
Well, I'm interested with which receiving core performs the best. I think this is the best DBs each receiving unit has gone against. So like we got Super Chat in here. Trenches, appreciate the love. I dare Milroe to try and outrun CJ Allen. Dogs on top. That to me, that's gonna be the biggest question. And I'm gonna back up real quick and we'll get more into this. But like the linebackers for me have to have an awesome game. Eye discipline, then obviously keeping him contained and not letting him get, first downs on a 3rd and long situation, which has killed teams these past months. Like you look at LSU, you look at Auburn, it's like 3rd and 10, and he gets an easy first down with his legs. That's on the linebackers. We're going to get more into this breakdown real quick. I want to ask you guys one quick question before we do that. We've all played in SEC championship games, I believe. No, Sean, you correct me if I'm wrong there, but I know TK, Ben, and I, we've all had our share of games.
I don't know.
No?
I don't think I have. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I have.
No, I don't think you have.
They gypped y'all, I think, 07.
Oh, that was the year? Okay. I only played 2 years, so no.
All right. Well, you'll be excluded from this topic.
Ben,
TK, I'll start with Ben first. How different is this week? Like you go back, you played in what, one SEC championship game? Like what is different in this week leading up to this game?
It's a great atmosphere. It's going to be packed. They're both going to have fans there, Alabama and Georgia. It's not going to be one-sided more than the other. They both clinched at the same time. So it's going to be an electric atmosphere for the guys. You got to start fast. You want to get this crowd behind you. You want to put it. You don't want to be fighting up an uphill battle right here versus Bama. You want to make them, hey, fill our crowd. You want to know it's our home field, and we have taken back over the SEC, and we got to prove that. It's earned every year, and this is one. Hey, we got to go get them. They've been complaining about injuries in the past. We got to go take care of business.
Yeah.
TK, just leading up to like the week, like is there a different feel?
Yeah.
In practice, weights, meetings, all that good stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think everybody's a little more dialed in. It's the week that you've been waiting for. It's the week that you worked for. It's the week that you bled, sweat, and fought to get to, and you finally gotten there. So you're definitely locked in from the end of that Tech game to the end of this game. They're going to be dialed in, focused, ready. Everything's going to be, just dialed in just a little more. Everybody's just going to be cued in on their cues just a little more. We're probably watching a little bit more film, just because of the emphasis of this game. You know how special it is, and then the opponent. I feel like, we get asked a lot of times, who's our biggest rivalry? I think Alabama has worked their way into that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, these guys will be ready because of who it is.
I'll tell you what, and to add to that real fast too, I feel like I would love to see what Saban's record is in at the Mercedes-Benz out there in Atlanta. Because I feel like him and those teams that go out there to Atlanta feel real comfortable, man. They had some success out there in Atlanta and played really good ball out there. So I feel like they feel like it's a home game for them too. They've been here plenty of times, so I feel like they have a lot of confidence. They have nothing to lose. I think a lot more pressure is on Georgia for this weekend. I feel like for Alabama, they don't have that much pressure like we do.
Charlie Shepard says Alabama is undefeated in the stadium. So
are they? See, that's bull, man. I don't like to hear that.
Well,
you sure?
First of all, the same is not that old. So, I mean, they've been in.
You sure he's undefeated? I felt like we beat them in there one time, though.
Nope.
Nah.
Kirby has won more national championships than he is being Nick Saban. Like, is there still in y'all's mind the mindset of it's Nick Saban? Have we gone over that? Like, should Georgia fans not be concerned of the whole, Nick Saban, Kirby Smart, that whole discussion? Like, have we moved on past that?
I'm over it, I think. I don't know about y'all, boys, but I'm over it.
No, Sean? Like, how do you feel about either of you? How do you feel about the coaching battle between these two?
I think they love it. Well, especially Kirby. I feel like Kirby loves the challenge, loves to go against the greatness of a Saban. And I mean, after watching the Auburn game, it doesn't make you feel any more comfortable that you think that they got this game in the bag, and hey, you got to be on your P's and Q's the whole game. I don't care if it's the last play, right? And that he has to be preaching that to the players.
All right, good call from Trenches in the chat. Someone tell Noshawn to turn his phone sideways so you go full screen.
I tried that already. See, I'm already ahead of you. It didn't work. Look.
No, you have to take it off. You have to take it off unlock. You have to unlock your phone.
All right, maybe I'll try that. Let me see. How do I do that? I tried it though. I was like,
swipe down and then hit the button that unlocks it from turning sideways.
All right, I'm looking.
We're football players, everyone. Leave us alone a little bit.
Yeah, for real. Goodness gracious.
I want to get to a fun question in the chat real quick. I do apologize if I pronounce your name wrong. Loesch Hesse, I think it's Loesch. Sorry if I said it wrong. Do you as players have any pregame superstitions?
That's like a Loch Ness monster. It ain't Loesch, Loch.
Is it Loch?
I don't know. I think Loch Ness monster.
He said, I don't know. Yo, I can't take him. I can't.
Ben has his crazy. I don't think it's a superstition, but you have your pregame ritual, walking around the field barefoot. Yeah.
Yeah, barefoot.
Yeah, I don't really have no superstitions. I don't really eat before the game that much. Like I might have like a little pasta or something, but I don't know. I'd be hungry to for other things.
You take a shot of Hennessy.
The end zone. Well,
Patron.
Sometimes.
Talking about no shine over there.
What happened? What about Hennessy? What?
You got a bottle of vodka in that locker.
Oh, so you think I'm the Marshawn of the group? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The night before, yeah, but not the day of. He was wild on that one. But hey, whatever gets you juiced up and ready to go. I love it. Yeah, for sure. I don't have no ritual. I think I didn't have to, but I would always get in the hot tub, cold tub, do a little contrast before the game, but no ritual. And I can't find it on my phone either. So
you're fine. I would never shake anyone's hand with my right hand. I would always shake someone's hand with my left hand. Because
you're a weirdo. Because I don't want someone to touch my throwing hand. Oh.
That's weird.
No, I'm gonna give you the reason why. Because all the skill guys like to oil their bodies up before the game with like Vaseline. So then I went to shake someone's hand before the first game. They didn't have their glove on, and it was straight Vaseline. So then I get Vaseline all over my hand before the game started. I'm like,
that's the worst.
Oh, damn.
That wasn't me. I wasn't like that.
That's why I stopped doing it, because I never know.
Cold game. Everybody puts some Vaseline. I'm like, you're killing me.
Nah,
Mhm.
not me.
Like snapping a grease hog over here.
I ain't want nothing slippery, nothing slick, none of that. I was out there ashy, boy. I ain't
No,
care.
I know you want to get those muscles looking nice. Don't
Nah,
lie.
I ain't no, well, yeah,
Yeah,
swole
little
guy.
twinge.
He's like, yeah, you know.
All right, let's get into this game right now. We're done talking Georgia Tech. Obviously, focusing now on the SEC championship game this weekend. Dogs hopefully are healthy. So Ladd didn't play last week. Brock didn't play last week. Rara didn't play last week. TK, what's the how much of an importance is it? Like, give me a I don't know if you can like put a number count on it, but like what is the difference of having those guys in and not in offensively from what this offense can do you've seen this season?
I think it's been an impressive year from that standpoint because we've seen the ball kind of float around from guy to guy. Different guys show what they can do, but I think having all of those guys at the same time on the field does volumes for this offense. Does volumes for what Bobo can do up there. Yeah, I think having Rah back, having Ladd, yeah, it just opens and spreads the field out a lot more. It obviously will help the running game, and that's been going. So shoot, I just feel like 100% having those guys back would be huge for this offense.
No, Sean, since you're the resident running back and you've been hard as hell on these RBs this entire season, who needs to have the better game in this game? Like we've seen, we've seen both running backs have really good moments this entire season. Obviously, Kendall's been kind of beast mode lately, but Edwards was great for a long time. I'm not saying anything against Edwards. I mean, has been terrific nonstop. Like, which of the two need to have the bigger game in your mind for an impact for the offense?
Man, that's a hard one. I don't think one over the other has to have a big game. I just think they both just have to have a solid game and make sure they're running the ball hard and we don't have any turnovers, man. You can't have any miscues and giving the ball back to the defense and giving it back to the other team. You know what I mean? So as long as we hold on to that rock, I would like to see just this train rolling with Kendall. I would love to see him keep on running downhill. I love, as the season's been going on, man, I've seen him run harder and harder. He's falling forward. When he's getting tackled, he's not falling backwards, man. Really using his size, man. I've talked about it, weeks prior, saying, bro, he has to use his size, man, run downhill more. And he's been doing that. I'd love to see it. So I think they both have to have a solid game, have that 1-2 combination where Edward comes in, can beat them around the corner, beat them with the speed and his physicality as well. And then Milton just come in there and really pound the rock down their throats a little bit. Pause. So I can't say one over the other. I would just say both of them need to have a really solid game in the run game, like they have been.
Yeah, I agree. Super cheese. No, Sean loves power backs. So do I. I think the running backs.
I do.
Hey, who doesn't? And the position I'm not too worried about is Ben's position. Like the offensive line. Has solidified themselves as possibly the best offensive line in the country. Like, have you seen any concern? Like they were I think the brightest spot of the game this past week for Georgia Tech, Ben.
Yeah, and we rested Tate this week too. He got rolled up the week before, so we'll be able to get him back hopefully this week back at guard, so we can rotate Trust around and Norris. So they're going to play 7 guys at least at all times. They're going to be fresh, and they're going to go out there. The thing is, you got a couple of edge rushers. They got 41 for Alabama who changed the game for them at the end of the game, knocked the crap out of the quarterback on that last drive. But other than that, we got to dominate up there. We got to give back time. If they give him time, he's going to pick them apart, just like he does. You got to give him time. Yeah,
Andrew says it best in the chat. Pass pro has been impeccable all year long for Beck. Taco Leg says, Ben, is practice good enough for Ratledge to play well if he gets healthy, or is that difficult to miss a game?
No, I think he's done that. He's been hurt in the past, so he's not a guy that has to have game reps. He's played in big games. He's won a national championship, and I'm going to tell you, their practices are harder in games. So they're going to get it out of them in practice. They're going to be over there doing T-boards. They're going to be doing punch, cut, everything you can think of over there with Searles this week, and he'll have the boys ready.
All right. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one here. Here we go. Jacob Rose, what position group matchup is the biggest watch out for UGA? I would say in the positive, obviously, is Brock, and you can lump in the receivers. Like I do think like TK was sitting on earlier, like that matchup for me is one of the best in the country, especially when Carson has that many weapons because he does such a good job of distributing the football around.
Is that the question? Biggest
What is-
watch out. Like, do we is that
good or bad?
Is Jacob saying what we need to watch out for? Oh, okay.
I'm saying watch out in a good way, but I'll let you guys interpret how you want. Like I'm saying watch out is like I'm watching out for like Georgia's skill guys' ability to move things around a little bit. I think that's a huge plus for Georgia to watch out for. You guys take it as you want, like negative, positive. What is your biggest watch out either for Georgia or for Alabama?
I'm right along with you. I think obviously if our guys hold up front, which they have all year, don't see nothing going down there. Carson can do his thing and pick guys apart, especially if we have everybody back and healthy and going. He can take his pick, man. He can do his thing. So I'm with you there. I think that's the biggest matchup that I'm going to be looking at. That's going to be that's going to do Georgia some well.
Hey, hold on. Go back to that. Don't ever. Who the hell?
You saw
who the hell is Keyshawn?
But all Keyshawn knows something.
Hold on, Keyshawn. Chill out.
He played well last week. You gotta give him some credit, Dylan. But he played.
Ben. I've never said he hasn't played well. But the argument is he a wide receiver or is he a back? And sometimes, I feel like he's more of a back. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking him over here with us, you know what I'm saying? Do a touchdown as a back,
No.
Still wearing that 86. Still wearing that 86.
Sorry, he wearing that 86 and he was running.
I don't care.
You saw them routes. What was that? Routes are us. Yes, sir. So yeah,
I think we all can agree the biggest concern is more on the defense and the offense. Like I think our offense can score at anyone. Like
see, that's how I took it.
You gotta be good in the front seven.
Yeah,
that's how I took it though, Aaron. I took it. Okay, what's
no, I think we discussed it already. I think Jalen Milroe running around.
That's what it is. That is.
He's an issue.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Him running around, if he just so happens to be able to extend a play and then launch one, then that's those things that work.
Exactly. It's a deflator. You know what I'm saying? When you got a guy, it's 3rd and 13, and the man takes off for a first shot with his legs, bro. It's really a deflator. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be looking at the most. Is like, how do we contain him as a runner?
Yeah. All right. Before we get into how we do that, I do want to get Ben's opinion on that. Got a great live chat going on right now. Appreciate everyone jumping in with us. Got close to 340 people in the chat. Hit that like button right now. Take a second, hit that like button. We appreciate it. Go subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the Players Lounge. Once again, we have 3 current student athlete shows coming out this week. A lot of great content that'll be coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, leading up to the game. Ben is just sweating his ass off over here. And then also don't forget Friday night at TK's favorite spot, the Ivy Buckhead from 8 to 10 o'clock. About 10 to 15 of us former dogs going to be hanging out. We'll be doing a live show as well. Drinking, eating, having a good time, watching the Oregon game. That will be on all the TV. So come hang out with us 8 to 10, Ivy Buckhead for those that are in Atlanta this weekend, getting ready for the game versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. All right, Ben, what have you seen work the best when it comes to slowing down a guy like Jalen? Is it the spy? Is it defensive ends? Like, what is the best method defensively to slow down a guy like that?
Yeah, you say you got to know how you're rushing a guy. So you got to have your rush lanes. You don't want him to run. You don't want to leave a lane in the middle. If he's going to run, he's got to run out the back of the pocket, and that buys your defense time. You cannot open up a run lane, rushing upfield, and let him step one step up and hit it. You got to make him bubble out. So you got to be coordinated with your rushes. So if you're doing different stunts or different blitzes, you got to know how you're rushing there. You're never going past the quarterback. You're rushing. If you get past him, you're spinning back in. So you got to have a game plan how you're rushing this guy. And if you're only rushing a couple guys, hey, you're keeping him in the pocket and letting your DBs do the work. But if you're bringing it, you got to get him down, because if you don't get him down, it opens up huge holes in the secondary, and you're in man, he's going to take off. So you got to know if you're in zone and man, if you have guys looking at him or guys are in man. If you're in man, you got to make the tackle, and you got to be in a good rush lane. If you're in zone, you got eyes on him, so you got extra help. But if you're in man, you got to bring him down.
Yeah. Noshan, how good is he from what you've seen from him this year? Like, is he as good as we think he is? Has it been a benefit of maybe some of the teams they've played? Like, I know he was yelling after the game that he should be a Heisman finalist. I don't know about that this year.
Yeah,
like, how good is he?
Hey, going a little too far with that one. He's not I mean, he has some really nice legs. I think Lamar throws it better. He I don't know if you guys notice it. He holds the ball super awkward and he throws it funny too, almost like down almost. I don't know. I think he's definitely prolific and has great legs. Can do it with his legs, man. Extend plays. I don't find him to be one of those Heisman or someone that's a high hitter. It's just that you got to stay in his face, man. Make sure he doesn't hurt you with his legs and make him throw the ball. He throws the ball okay, but nothing that I haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like too for Georgia, which is why it goes to the DBs. You can't allow what has kept Alabama in games this year, and why it's the big plays.
Yeah,
it's versus Auburn this week. It was the 70-yard touchdown. I mean, it is if you can force them to methodically move the ball down the field, I still think you can maybe steal a couple turnovers. But if you let them get a 70-80-yard touchdown a couple times in the game, like that, it goes back to what Ben said. Like, you cannot let them steal the energy in the building. And that's what they've been great at all year, man. Like they'll be down, and it feels like, man, they just can't move the ball. Then 70-yard touchdown, 40-yard run. It's just like those explosive plays are just absolute killers for a defense. So could be a great one though. What's your level? Well, we'll get the score predictions here in a second. Give me your level of confidence. 1 to 10. 10 is like, man, this is going to be a cakewalk. 1 is like, we're going to lose this fucking game. 1 to 10. How's everyone feeling confidence-wise heading into this matchup? TK, we'll start with you first.
I'm sitting on a 9 right now, man. I feel
that's super nervous.
No, that's like we're gonna kick their ass.
Confident.
Okay. I thought he was okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel good, bro. I feel really good, especially we talked about it earlier in the show after sitting guys last week. I think that allowed guys to get healthy. We all know Ron Corson's that dude. So guys are healthy. Guys are ready. We talked about the intensity of focus, the intensity of practice. Guys are focused, and I feel like Kirby's gonna have a plan for Jalen Milroe. He's probably had one for about 3 weeks now. I feel good about it.
No,
Ben, give me that Billy Bob. Dang it.
Let me get there. I got 3% on my phone. Might cut off. So let me knock 2 birds out real quick. I think I'm around a 7. I'm around a 7. Okay. Just because I think we're gonna having all these weapons back on offense is really mentally draining. It's mentally draining for a defense, right? So Bobo's been calling some great plays lately. So I think if we, get up on them early and we just keep our foot down, we're gonna keep our foot down on them boys. I think it can get out of hand a little bit if we wanted to. So I'm around a 7, and let me not do my score yet. I'm gonna let you go, Ben.
All right, Ben. What do you got? Confidence level as Ben's about to pass out over.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
We're winning this game, no question.
Yeah.
Every time we play these guys, what they always have, they had some other answer in the second half. They can't call on another quarterback in the second half. When we knocked Tua out, they brought in another quarterback. When Tua was getting it done, they brought in Hurts. We got one game plan. We're gonna stop this guy and we're gonna whoop their tail in Atlanta. It's over. It's done. It's plain and simple. The dogs are gonna roll.
I like it. I like it, Steve Jones.
I'll say it like this: we are the better football team, and I don't think there's a lot of position groups that Alabama has that you can confidently say Alabama's better at. Let's just go through them. Quarterback, Georgia. Running back, Georgia. Offensive line, Georgia. Tight end, Georgia. Receivers, Georgia. It's a completely better offense. Front 7, I would maybe lean towards Alabama front 7.
I get it.
DB's Georgia. They've Kool-Aid. That's it. Like it is a we are the better football team.
Yeah.
We're the better football team.
I agree.
So you at a 9 or 10?
I'm like at 8.59.
8.5 now. Okay.
Man, I might have to jump up there with my guy Ben with the 10.
With the 10 piece?
My boy popped out the sauna like the Kool-Aid man, man. I
was
I
a high
love it.
red over here. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a red out, and it's gonna be the bright red, not no crimson red. It's gonna be bright red like me.
Yes, sir.
What's the
What's the spread?
Aaron, what's the yeah, for sure.
I think
Real
it's
quick.
at 5. I think it jumped up to
Five-ish?
5. Yeah, it's at 5. Georgia's a 5-point favorite, over under 56 on the game. All right, no, Sean, we save you for last. We'll do Ben first in case he passes out. Ben, score prediction.
31-24.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it. All right.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
I like it. I'm gonna go. Damn, man. I love that a lot. I'm gonna go 34-28.
Woo.
Mm-hmm. Damn, he can't. Come on, get out of my head. I'm 35-28. I'm 35-28. 24-35. One of those. I'm good with all of those.
I'm gonna go 34-27. So we're all
34-27. Yeah, we're right there.
It's a close ball game. Gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. All right. Well, before No Sean cuts out on us, we appreciate everyone. We appreciate everyone jumping on once again. Don't forget, like it, subscribe. Lots of great content coming out this week. And then Friday in Atlanta, if you're here, come hang out with the boys. We're doing a live show. Got a bunch of Lettermen coming through. May even have some Alabama Lettermen coming through too to hang out from 8 to 10 at the Ivy in Buckhead. So come on, TK spot, the Ivy, baby. And then afterwards, we can go to Johnny's Hideaway right afterwards, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Get a little piece.
Go to Johnny's. All right. We'll see y'all. Appreciate it. Go Dogs, and let's have a great week.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.